I saw a study that said if you label your product with AI, like all over your webpage, it actually did not increase willingness to pay.
AI hype is everywhere, but does slapping AI on your product actually make it worth more? Marcos Rivera, founder of Pricing.io, says the honeymoon phase is over. In this clip, he breaks down why businesses only pay for real results, how trust is the foundation of pricing, and why getting your model right can make or break your company.
Honeymoon phase is coming to an end with AI. Real businesses who want to pay real money need to see real results from it.
Right.
None of these rap battles and, disco balls with pigeons and all that stuff they're doing. The point is...
While fun.
And
entertaining.
It's got to be...
Show me the money.
You got to show me the money. And that's another timeless truth, right?
Right.
You got to show me the money. And so in the end, if you're able to really provide a real business outcome, then your AI stands a chance. But here's the problem. AI is more accessible now than it was a few years ago, right? Anybody can grab it. Anybody can call the API and start doing things.
Yeah.
So now you have to not just do it, but do it better and faster. And now they have to iterate and improve over time faster. So it is creating a very different competitive dynamic.
Yeah, it's getting real. It's getting real. And so we hear a little bit about, okay, are we in an AI tech bubble? And, having survived and thrived the .com tech bubble, like we know what this looks like. We know, it kind of smacks of that same thing. I do believe, and I'd be curious of your thoughts, is, the focus is so much on generative AI and really kind of that last mile of marketing, less of that infrastructure, operational efficiency back end. And I think that's the unsexy stuff that people really don't want to think about.
There is an explosion of what they're calling AI agents, right? And this is basically just AI who can do stuff for you, right? They can grab data, they can call something, they can just do something. It's not just give you information. And these are really exploding, especially this year, because what we're finding is that if you're able to take a few steps, like tangible steps out of someone's process and let the AI do it reliably, that is in your face value, right? Let's just call it that, in your face value.
In your face value.
And so that's what you need. And so these agents, and now you have agents, and now you have agent builders that go out there and build agents for you. And what they're finding is that, going back to the trust comment, is that if your agent can't perform right away, you're going to have to dig out of a very deep hole. And so for an agent to succeed, it's got to build trust. And this is good. I'm tying it back to pricing in a second here.
No, that's good.
If you have an AI agent out there, because you're trying to do the unsexy stuff that adds real value, which in many businesses they do, and you're finding that you're running into trust issues, you have to build your pricing such that the client doesn't pay the majority of that fee until they start seeing the value. If they start paying a ton up front before they see anything, that's a very steep hill to climb.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so what I'm finding a lot of companies are doing, they're doing, just to get nerdy for a second, things like 3-part tariffs. And 3-part tariffs is a 3-part model that says you pay this fee, not crazy. I'm going to include this many agentic AI actions, whatever it is, resolving a call or booking an appointment or whatever that thing is. And then after they consume that total, then they start to pay more. And so it's not until they finish and they're like, I've tasted this, I liked it, I've consumed it, now let's graduate to the next level. They're a little more willing to give you money now versus in the beginning when you're installing it or you're training it, or you're getting ready. Not all that, they're like still wondering like, okay, is this thing going to pan out? Right. So you just got to be very careful how you structure.
I love that. And we definitely we'll dig into that too, because I think that this is really where the rubber hits the road. And I use an example, maybe like Zapier. Or Zapier, depending on how, I don't know your app. So to me, it's Zapier. They're zapping. I don't think you're zaping. But anyway, I will talk to the brand people later over there. All of those integrations for agents cost something.
Yeah.
So if you're doing 1,000 transactions a day, to me, that's a great example of tech debt and really tech debt rather is like really interesting. Great. You got an agent. Like, I don't think people really understand the core business model of token, like the token. You are paying for tokens, you're paying for compute power, and that is, we're not paying that real price today. And I imagine that you probably come across this quite often when people are all hyped up on the AI, trying to figure out like, oh, I want to plug all this stuff in. It's like, well, what's the true cost benefit analysis? What are you really paying?
It's easy to overlook because you just want the thing you want at the end of the
Yeah.
day, right? But the truth is what you said. There are tokens out there. There's some machine processing something somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it ain't
And-
cheap.
and
It's
it
not
ain't
free. It ain't free.
Make sure you're subscribed to Mind the Machine podcast, like the video, and leave a comment letting us know what you thought.